This is a famous actor. This is a famous actor. It may develop every month. It may develop every month. Should you set up base at dusk? Should you set up base at dusk? You didn't believe it every day. You didn't believe it every day. Leave here. Leave here. Keep this secret between us. Keep this secret between us. He sings better than his brother. He sings better than his brother. I'm looking. I'm looking. Shouldn't we escape from time to time? Shouldn't we escape from time to time? The movie is rated PG-13. The movie is rated PG-13. I do not know how to tell. I do not know how to tell. Students are taking notes. Students are taking notes. What is the difference between the two soups? What is the difference between the two soups? I'm afraid you're right. I'm afraid you're right. Can't we get it every week? Can't we get it every week? They are playing in the park. They are playing in the park. Are their siblings nurses? Are their siblings nurses? I need to buy a new battery for my car. I need to buy a new battery for my car. He was going to decide last year. He was going to decide last year. We go shopping on weekends. We go shopping on weekends. Your vitals look good. Your vitals look good. We watched a football match on TV. We watched a football match on TV. I understand your point of view. I understand your point of view. We rarely can row. We rarely can row. He speaks English fluently. He speaks English fluently. What is he doing? What is he doing? Is there a children's playroom? Is there a children's playroom? The light is too bright. The light is too bright. Can they watch? Can they watch? Can she do gymnastics at noon? Can she do gymnastics at noon? Our aunt was a real estate agent. Our aunt was a real estate agent. He is a talented photographer. He is a talented photographer. It's a nice car. It's a nice car. Can I have some of the ranch dressing? Can I have some of the ranch dressing? I didn't hear these words to you. I didn't hear these words to you. Do you want to watch a movie? Do you want to watch a movie? Can you watch TV when you finish your homework? Can you watch TV when you finish your homework? Can we get some rest from last year? Can we get some rest from last year? How to say apple in English. How to say apple in English. What is our agenda today? What is our agenda today? You are an important person. You are an important person. Doesn't he recommend it? Doesn't he recommend it? He mops the floor. He mops the floor. This is great. This is great. They cleaned their rooms. They cleaned their rooms. They were at the party last night. They were at the party last night. I must limit. I must limit. How much does a room cost per night? How much does a room cost per night? I value myself too much. I value myself too much. I'm accusing you of cheating. I'm accusing you of cheating. May not be able to provide funding every 2 weeks. May not be able to provide funding every 2 weeks. I can reply after 3 days. I can reply after 3 days. Could you please pass the salt? Could you please pass the salt? Are there grandchildren sailors? Are there grandchildren sailors? I had a cream in the city. I had a cream in the city. Your stepmother was a businessman. Your stepmother was a businessman. The house was painted last week. The house was painted last week. Do you have any advice? Do you have any advice? Grading scheme. Grading scheme. Is that the point? Is that the point? Will you ride after 5 years? Will you ride after 5 years? Is there any sugar in the bowl? Is there any sugar in the bowl? Was our grandfather a firefighter? Was our grandfather a firefighter? I'd like a glass of red wine, please. I'd like a glass of red wine, please. She should follow a balanced diet. She should follow a balanced diet. Coffee spills on the floor. Coffee spills on the floor. He's not as fast as you. He's not as fast as you. Should it be a seller? Should it be a seller? I like Italian food. I like Italian food. Can't they fail occasionally? Can't they fail occasionally? Should we never engage in headhunting? Should we never engage in headhunting? I would be a librarian at noon. I would be a librarian at noon. This was unexpected. This was unexpected. Thank you for your help on this project. Thank you for your help on this project. I was not saved. I was not saved. We would like 4 tickets, please. We would like 4 tickets, please. Could he be a marketer the day before? Could he be a marketer the day before? I'm weaker than John. I'm weaker than John. Our stepsister is a travel agent. Our stepsister is a travel agent. I'd like a glass of muscat, please. I'd like a glass of muscat, please. We go for a walk on Sundays. We go for a walk on Sundays. The baby is crying in his crib. The baby is crying in his crib. Couldn't he be a garbage man at sunset? Couldn't he be a garbage man at sunset? Shouldn't they be crying? Shouldn't they be crying? Can't it be organized? Can't it be organized? Sometimes a civil engineer? Sometimes a civil engineer? He may not work as a stylist right away. He may not work as a stylist right away. What do you want? What do you want? My son was a senator. My son was a senator. Your grandson was a senator. Your grandson was a senator. Do you want me to stay? Do you want me to stay? Shouldn't he challenge? Shouldn't he challenge? Was his stepson a postman? Was his stepson a postman? I'm looking for a new handbag. I'm looking for a new handbag. Our mother-in-law was a landscape architect. Our mother-in-law was a landscape architect. The cat is sitting on the chair. The cat is sitting on the chair. Can he use it rarely? Can he use it rarely? Should I prove rarely? Should I prove rarely? How are things going? How are things going? His stepfather is the manager. His stepfather is the manager. Can I go to a counselor? Can I go to a counselor? Our colleague is a nurse. Our colleague is a nurse. I'm always amazed by your talent. I'm always amazed by your talent. Your nephew is a decorator. Your nephew is a decorator. Is our daughter freelance? Is our daughter freelance? Can I have some paper, please? Can I have some paper, please? Didn't we get hurt? Didn't we get hurt? We shouldn't have bought it last year. We shouldn't have bought it last year. Let's set up a meeting for next Monday. Let's set up a meeting for next Monday. Can I go to the center? Can I go to the center? He is sitting next to me. He is sitting next to me. Monthly neurologist should not be. Monthly neurologist should not be. Do you have weekly advertising? Do you have weekly advertising? Were there neighbors detectives? Were there neighbors detectives? His heart is good. His heart is good. Is my stepbrother a policewoman? Is my stepbrother a policewoman? My bag is heavier than yours. My bag is heavier than yours. Won't you undertake? Won't you undertake? Zach and Zoe are coming to dinner. Zach and Zoe are coming to dinner. I need to memorize a poem. I need to memorize a poem. Going on vacation is exciting. Going on vacation is exciting. Can I go to the accounts button? Can I go to the accounts button? Is his wife a developer? Is his wife a developer? We didn't get better for 10 years. We didn't get better for 10 years. Can I have my salad without the crumbled blue cheese? Can I have my salad without the crumbled blue cheese? I'm a fan of card games. I'm a fan of card games. Aren't you normally a physicist? Aren't you normally a physicist? Jerry found it. Jerry found it. He wants to try skydiving. He wants to try skydiving. Do you have any sugar? Do you have any sugar? He sometimes worked as a pharmacist. He sometimes worked as a pharmacist. Enjoy. Enjoy. I need to study for midterm exams. I need to study for midterm exams. He may not say thank you every day. He may not say thank you every day. Doesn't it diversify normally? Doesn't it diversify normally? His colleague is the dean. His colleague is the dean. You may not be able to behave from time to time. You may not be able to behave from time to time. How is your day going? How is your day going? Can you call me a taxi, please? Can you call me a taxi, please? What should I do? What should I do? We can stop later. We can stop later. I found my lost keys. I found my lost keys. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I never had a chance to apologize. I never had a chance to apologize. Yes, I have a younger brother. Yes, I have a younger brother. Are you in this class? Are you in this class? Can he calculate in the dark? Can he calculate in the dark? It could have cost 2 years ago. It could have cost 2 years ago. I'm going to the library. I'm going to the library. He can occasionally do butchering. He can occasionally do butchering. I have an appointment in 2 days. I have an appointment in 2 days. Yes, I understood. Yes, I understood. Did we do lumberjacking at noon? Did we do lumberjacking at noon? I'll start with the Caesar salad. I'll start with the Caesar salad. Can you describe your symptoms in detail? Can you describe your symptoms in detail? The picture is in color. The picture is in color. We will celebrate our anniversary. We will celebrate our anniversary. Do you have to do it at sunset? Do you have to do it at sunset? Want a vegetarian option? Want a vegetarian option? We were generally not offended. We were generally not offended. Where is the nearest bank? Where is the nearest bank? Even though it's bad, I love it. Even though it's bad, I love it. Can you be responsible? Can you be responsible? I am studying English. I am studying English. He needs to fix the flat tire. He needs to fix the flat tire. What a wonderful day. What a wonderful day. Did you see the movie last night? Did you see the movie last night? What are you doing right now? What are you doing right now? My neighbor was a juggler. My neighbor was a juggler. We were not visible daily. We were not visible daily. They may not always paint. They may not always paint. Tonsils and adenoids. Tonsils and adenoids. Yes, that's true. Yes, that's true. He walks to work every day. He walks to work every day. My luggage was lost. My luggage was lost. I'm going on Sunday. I'm going on Sunday. Were our children educators? Were our children educators? Was your daughter a founder? Was your daughter a founder? 7:30. 7:30. Is my sister a filmmaker? Is my sister a filmmaker? Was his friend a piper? Was his friend a piper? Your grandson was a midwife. Your grandson was a midwife. Do you like going to food festivals? Do you like going to food festivals? I want to buy 2 tickets. I want to buy 2 tickets. She wouldn't dance. She wouldn't dance. 1 minute. I will go check. 1 minute. I will go check. How often do you go to the gym? How often do you go to the gym? Was his daughter a hydrologist? Was his daughter a hydrologist? Your half-brother is a researcher. Your half-brother is a researcher. Can I get a wake-up call at 7 a.m.? Can I get a wake-up call at 7 a.m.? I don't notice anything in particular. I don't notice anything in particular. It's important to be polite. It's important to be polite. My brother is studying medicine. My brother is studying medicine. Still no sign of the missing cat. Still no sign of the missing cat. Should we go to my office? Should we go to my office? They make a budget every month. They make a budget every month. Sorry, this is confidential. Sorry, this is confidential. I go for a walk every morning. I go for a walk every morning. Didn't we answer? Didn't we answer? I can go home. I can go home. I'm afraid you're right. I'm afraid you're right. The orange color is very vibrant. The orange color is very vibrant. Maybe some cereal instead. Maybe some cereal instead. Was my aunt a tradesman? Was my aunt a tradesman? I have a lot of money. I have a lot of money. Do you want to drink something? Do you want to drink something? You will be born in a weekend. You will be born in a weekend. Do you have it? Question mark. Do you have it? Question mark. It is important to value your relationships with others. It is important to value your relationships with others. Please respect the privacy and well-being of other patients. Please respect the privacy and well-being of other patients. What time does the movie start? What time does the movie start? You may not guess. You may not guess. We can play golf normally. We can play golf normally. Let's stay within budget. Let's stay within budget. Sam, you remember what happened? Sam, you remember what happened? Should I be bartending after 5 nights? Should I be bartending after 5 nights? Should I come right away? Should I come right away? Our brother was the jury. Our brother was the jury. Don't be late for tomorrow's meeting. Don't be late for tomorrow's meeting. Would he be a fisherman for 10 years? Would he be a fisherman for 10 years? I can't be bothered by this. I can't be bothered by this. Is it possible to split the check between 2 cards? Is it possible to split the check between 2 cards? We are very close to the result. We are very close to the result. See you soon. See you soon. I'm not harmful, I'm just curious. I'm not harmful, I'm just curious. A fancy dress? A fancy dress? Was taken from me. Was taken from me. Were his colleagues landscape architects? Were his colleagues landscape architects? Couldn't he normally be a musician? Couldn't he normally be a musician? Should it come in 2 minutes? Should it come in 2 minutes? He mentions it often. He mentions it often. Our brothers were preachers. Our brothers were preachers. His cousins are mechanics. His cousins are mechanics. How often do you cook at home? How often do you cook at home? Can you inform us? Can you inform us? His nephew is a lawyer. His nephew is a lawyer. Do I understand correctly? Do I understand correctly? Can't you make it after a year? Can't you make it after a year? The Queen is right. The Queen is right. Don't I make decisions sometimes? Don't I make decisions sometimes? We are playing cards. We are playing cards. To dive into something. To dive into something. You don't increase. You don't increase. Can't they lie anymore? Can't they lie anymore? Didn't you repeat? Didn't you repeat? It might be a busy day at work. It might be a busy day at work. Does it solve immediately? Does it solve immediately? They don't connect. They don't connect. Can I get a refund, please? Can I get a refund, please? I have an appointment on Monday. I have an appointment on Monday. I'm going to the theater. I'm going to the theater. Do you love often? Do you love often? He was a smoker but quit. He was a smoker but quit. I'm between Isabel and Oscar. I'm between Isabel and Oscar. Please call me back later. Please call me back later. Should I be an editor a century later? Should I be an editor a century later? What is homeware? What is homeware? Was their mother a rapper? Was their mother a rapper? Would you like some water? Would you like some water? John is aware of this. John is aware of this. Is his daughter a sociologist? Is his daughter a sociologist? Should not argue frequently. Should not argue frequently. He is a kind teacher. He is a kind teacher. Is her mother-in-law a referee? Is her mother-in-law a referee? Does my husband cook? Does my husband cook? What is home Hefeweizen? What is home Hefeweizen? The diet team will make sure your needs are met. The diet team will make sure your needs are met. Lose it after a weekend? Lose it after a weekend? I like red wines. I like red wines. I have a lot of patience. I have a lot of patience. He is talking to his friend. He is talking to his friend. I will do the right thing. I will do the right thing. It was finalized 3 weeks ago. It was finalized 3 weeks ago. Won't we be actors soon? Won't we be actors soon? This is complete nonsense. This is complete nonsense. I feel dizzy. I feel dizzy. I got so attached to these characters. I got so attached to these characters. Depends on the size of the issue. Depends on the size of the issue. I need to prepare a timetable on Monday. I need to prepare a timetable on Monday. You will be connected at dusk. You will be connected at dusk. Are his brothers dock workers? Are his brothers dock workers? I don't know much about this, but I'm ready to learn. I don't know much about this, but I'm ready to learn. Sarah sang a beautiful song. Sarah sang a beautiful song. Our friend is the school principal. Our friend is the school principal. What do you buy? What do you buy? We were preparing dinner together. We were preparing dinner together. They won't be shared anytime soon. They won't be shared anytime soon. He would never accept it. He would never accept it. I'm not interested in modern art. I'm not interested in modern art. Am I not going to apply? Am I not going to apply? They will have an interviewer. They will have an interviewer. Was his grandson a drummer? Was his grandson a drummer? He looks tired. He looks tired. How can you say this? How can you say this? If I find my keys, we can go. If I find my keys, we can go. We were very surprised by the news. We were very surprised by the news. Can I have a glass of kiwi juice, please? Can I have a glass of kiwi juice, please? Doesn't it fail after 1 year? Doesn't it fail after 1 year? Should I agree every week? Should I agree every week? Can't he make a promise right away? Can't he make a promise right away? Then we won't adjust it. Then we won't adjust it. I will shine light into your eyes. I will shine light into your eyes. 100 people attended the meeting. 100 people attended the meeting. We are here to support you in your recovery. We are here to support you in your recovery. Did you cough or sneeze? Did you cough or sneeze? Shouldn't I be a paramedic at noon? Shouldn't I be a paramedic at noon? Can I have a glass of lemonade, please? Can I have a glass of lemonade, please? Contains vitamins and minerals. Contains vitamins and minerals. He bought a new car. He bought a new car. He saved money to buy a new bike. He saved money to buy a new bike. Should not invite every day. Should not invite every day. We forgive but we don't forget. We forgive but we don't forget. Was my stepsister an investor? Was my stepsister an investor? I would like to remind you that. I would like to remind you that. Never that photographer. Never that photographer. I was going to the grocery store the next day. I was going to the grocery store the next day. It is light as a feather. It is light as a feather. Take an umbrella if it rains. Take an umbrella if it rains. His grandchildren were recruiters. His grandchildren were recruiters. Bee is the busiest insect. Bee is the busiest insect. Was their cousin the second man? Was their cousin the second man? Pursuit of happiness. Pursuit of happiness. You don't tell me. You don't tell me. Nights should not be counted. Nights should not be counted. The food is delicious. The food is delicious. Can't kick. Can't kick. The army is taking action. The army is taking action. His siblings are pathologists. His siblings are pathologists. I am very particular about my paper. I am very particular about my paper. Were they going to become monks every week? Were they going to become monks every week? Do you like the color green? Do you like the color green? I don't recognize it at noon. I don't recognize it at noon. His stepson was an undertaker. His stepson was an undertaker. He can work as a truck driver for 2 weeks. He can work as a truck driver for 2 weeks. I need a vacation. I need a vacation. Can he see at night? Can he see at night? He is not training after 1 week. He is not training after 1 week. He fixed the broken bike. He fixed the broken bike. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. My stepfather was an educator. My stepfather was an educator. My lamp broke. My lamp broke. Your physical therapist will guide you through your exercises. Your physical therapist will guide you through your exercises. I can go to school if you want. I can go to school if you want. Can you come closer? Can you come closer? Can I go to the processor? Can I go to the processor? Occasionally he could not recover. Occasionally he could not recover. I like to eat pizza. I like to eat pizza. The shop closes at 6 p.m. The shop closes at 6 p.m. This isn't very festive. This isn't very festive. I prefer to eat out. I prefer to eat out. I am very committed to this journey. I am very committed to this journey. Won't he come in an hour? Won't he come in an hour? We'll have to take a closer look. We'll have to take a closer look. We trust our instincts. We trust our instincts. All my secrets. All my secrets. Please pass me the salt. Please pass me the salt. I don't understand. I don't understand. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. How much does a hamburger cost? How much does a hamburger cost? You are a compassionate individual. You are a compassionate individual. You are a patient teacher. You are a patient teacher. Do you have any dietary restrictions? Do you have any dietary restrictions? Know the ropes. Know the ropes. Can I go to the logout button? Can I go to the logout button? He needs to find a job. He needs to find a job. I graduated 6 months ago. I graduated 6 months ago. It cannot be broken. It cannot be broken. This image is very important to me. This image is very important to me. Is their mother a maid? Is their mother a maid? What's for dinner? What's for dinner? His cousins are journeymen. His cousins are journeymen. Should you confess? Should you confess? Can't you be a physicist then? Can't you be a physicist then? How can I go to the airport? How can I go to the airport? He had already fixed the car. He had already fixed the car. Their daughters were musicians. Their daughters were musicians. Can't they play games every month? Can't they play games every month? It would be connected within 2 weeks. It would be connected within 2 weeks. Was my father a cook? Was my father a cook? Cannot publish annually. Cannot publish annually. You are a generous person. You are a generous person. Was our aunt a scientist? Was our aunt a scientist? Our nephew is an artist. Our nephew is an artist. They will adopt a child. They will adopt a child. Wasn't he a locksmith every month? Wasn't he a locksmith every month? Were there relatives stylists? Were there relatives stylists? I like reading mystery novels. I like reading mystery novels. After surgery, you will wake up in the recovery room. After surgery, you will wake up in the recovery room. It's none of my business. It's none of my business. How can I go there? How can I go there? Your siblings were librarians. Your siblings were librarians. I have so much joy. I have so much joy. Can I dream later? Can I dream later? Take me too. Take me too. You work every day. You work every day. How do you make a living? How do you make a living? Can I go to the mouse pad? Can I go to the mouse pad? You couldn't focus. You couldn't focus. Not all come. Not all come. I'll have a medium rare steak. I'll have a medium rare steak. He would not be consulting next year. He would not be consulting next year. I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about this. Did it rain? Did it rain? I can cook delicious meals. I can cook delicious meals. My wife is a glazier. My wife is a glazier. He would always feel it. He would always feel it. I'm ready to go whenever you want. I'm ready to go whenever you want. I'm preaching to the choir. I'm preaching to the choir. We crossed the busy street. We crossed the busy street. I have so much happiness. I have so much happiness. His grandson is a poet. His grandson is a poet. Email received yesterday. Email received yesterday. But you also need to help us. But you also need to help us. Will he get along every week? Will he get along every week? I should have been an artist before. I should have been an artist before. Are you going to be a bricklayer now? Are you going to be a bricklayer now? They watch the news every morning. They watch the news every morning. Your grandchildren are the caretakers. Your grandchildren are the caretakers. Can it be fit? Can it be fit? Your nephew is a waiter. Your nephew is a waiter. They are dancing at the party. They are dancing at the party. We love going to concerts. We love going to concerts. I can vouch for its reliability and trustworthiness. I can vouch for its reliability and trustworthiness. I want the garlic knot appetizer. I want the garlic knot appetizer. He couldn't allow it. He couldn't allow it. Can they insist right away? Can they insist right away? Please continue. Please continue. Soon you won't be able to move on. Soon you won't be able to move on. Can I go to the guard? Can I go to the guard? He didn't pass the exam, did he? He didn't pass the exam, did he? My favorite place is the White House. My favorite place is the White House. He told a joke to his friends. He told a joke to his friends. Sometimes it will not appear. Sometimes it will not appear. When are you coming? When are you coming? Was he always one step ahead? Was he always one step ahead? Were their aunts civil servants? Were their aunts civil servants? This cake is very delicious. This cake is very delicious. You may be injured immediately. You may be injured immediately. We are connected by our interests. We are connected by our interests. Wouldn't he believe it sometimes? Wouldn't he believe it sometimes? Will he lose every month? Will he lose every month? I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. We like to walk, they said. We like to walk, they said. I will probably live a long and prosperous life. I will probably live a long and prosperous life. I need to fill out some paperwork. I need to fill out some paperwork. Can't there be a urologist at noon? Can't there be a urologist at noon? It is inspired by the human form. It is inspired by the human form. I wrote a letter to my pen friend. I wrote a letter to my pen friend. Business is booming. Business is booming. Your son is an art director. Your son is an art director. Can we have the bill, please? Can we have the bill, please? Is there something we missed? Is there something we missed? I'm not a grocer at sunset. I'm not a grocer at sunset. I enjoy contemporary art. I enjoy contemporary art. Can you recommend a good movie? Can you recommend a good movie? They were completed at sunrise. They were completed at sunrise. Hairdresser after 4 weekends? Hairdresser after 4 weekends? Is his stepbrother a truck driver? Is his stepbrother a truck driver? He runs in the park every morning. He runs in the park every morning. I will check if the doctor is available for consultation. I will check if the doctor is available for consultation. He is very patient with children. He is very patient with children. I have to go home. I have to go home. They should not be imprisoned at sunrise. They should not be imprisoned at sunrise. Can I have the dressing on the side, please? Can I have the dressing on the side, please? Could they judge? Could they judge? Isn't it a jury at noon? Isn't it a jury at noon? Can't we expand later? Can't we expand later? Have I not been in business for 10 years? Have I not been in business for 10 years? Do you base it every month? Do you base it every month? I often didn't know. I often didn't know. Are his parents botanists? Are his parents botanists? Don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous. I will look at it. I will look at it. His cousins were assistant cooks. His cousins were assistant cooks. Are there sales? Are there sales? Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. Please shut up. Please shut up. I'm making a picture. I'm making a picture. Isn't it appreciated monthly? Isn't it appreciated monthly? I wish you would help me. I wish you would help me. What are you doing? What are you doing? Is your grandchild an inventor? Is your grandchild an inventor? His stepsisters were writers. His stepsisters were writers. Is there any topic? Is there any topic? Don't they bake it later? Don't they bake it later? Have you ever seen it in Istanbul? Have you ever seen it in Istanbul? Didn't make it next year? Didn't make it next year? I couldn't become a developer anytime soon. I couldn't become a developer anytime soon. You are a good organizer. You are a good organizer. The color is very striking. The color is very striking. I finished my homework yesterday. I finished my homework yesterday. Do we have to suggest it? Do we have to suggest it? I wouldn't bet on that. I wouldn't bet on that. After 2 weekends I shouldn't be banking. After 2 weekends I shouldn't be banking. Can I go to the walls? Can I go to the walls? Do you have any vegetarian options? Do you have any vegetarian options? Was my grandson a financier? Was my grandson a financier? I will return home at 8 p.m. I will return home at 8 p.m. Do you mean this? Do you mean this? I have to study for a spelling test. I have to study for a spelling test.